Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to another episode of Dwarf Fortress. Last time, I believe we fought off a were-zebra and lost a bunch of dogs, and I think the last episode we got a, what they called? Relic? Artifact? That's what I'm thinking of. This time, so we built the secondary wall. We do need to build, fortifications here. So let's build some fortifications. And the reason we're going to do that is if we shut this secondary wall, if we can also shut this, or shut the primary wall, or I guess this is the primary and this is the secondary, I guess. Essentially, if we shut this one, or we shut both of them and seal something in, we can have archers and crossbowmen shoot into it, which will be nice. But I think everything else, we also need to build a... I think the last thing we were doing was building paved roads out into, like building the paved road out into the wilderness. I want to say that's what we were doing, but I don't entirely remember. There's like 100 things I gotta do in this fort. Oh, we're also... Okay, well it's good that they're doing things. It's good that they're doing things, but... yeah. I think last time we actually ran out of stuff, actually. Anyway. Wait, no. Nope. So they're farming. What else are we doing? Built bigger dining room. We should probably finish the dining room. We also need to build more pots and things, it looks like. What is this? We're out of pigtails, so that means we actually need to... These are farmers' workshops. You guys processing plants. Need to get people doing that. We also probably need to dig out some more rocks and probably start building some other things. It's not very useful. Building some other things. What am I talking about? Need to dig out some more rocks. Makes a few more blocks, I think, so we can finish building the roads. Also get on some smelting. Crap, we lost a bunch of picks. That's not good. Probably need to forge some more picks, honestly. Well, maybe, I don't know. Oh god. Okay, that's not what I wanted. Alright, so let's talk to the smelter. We need to... I said before I'm not going to smelt the coal and lignite. And the reason I don't want to do that just yet has everything to do with not wanting to be overburdened with coal, essentially. Like, you'll get thousands and thousands of coke that you won't be able to use, and that's not really good. What are these? What even are these? Cranberries, okay, well, that's a thing. Of course, we're going to run out of plants before we, gonna run out of plants before we actually have we're already out of the malachite. We do need to build rock blocks, I guess. I don't know, like another 40. Should also probably start getting onto... We need a whole bunch of stuff, actually. The more I think about it, the more I realize how much stuff we actually need to get done. I don't know if we're gonna... I think we actually need to... Let's check our stocks. Yeah, most of our stocks are already, like... Or at least of our wild stuff is basically running out, so I'm actually gonna set these off for now, because there's no reason to keep them on. Fortifications are dug. Oh, look, a bunch of warthogs. Wild boars. That could be really bad if they all decide to attack all of our dogs. I really wish I had more male dogs, because then I wouldn't have to... All the puppies wouldn't seek out the female and sit out there where I don't want them, but I need them out there so we can actually, like... I need them out there so we can spot any, like, sneaking or anything. So, let's see. Probably also... Oh god, we have a lot of wood. Maybe we need to dig out and we can dig the rest of this out just in advance. You know, just dig all this out. And then once we do that, we'll forge some more picks. And we'll also do a few other things we need to do. Right now, what I'm sort of hoping to get ahead on a whole bunch of things. So what I want to do is I want to get up. First and foremost, I want to get like a handle on my food stocks. I like to have a large, I like to have a very large quantity of food, like years and years worth of food that I can sit on, if nothing else. Yeah, and the reason is because you never know when you might need it, and it doesn't go bad. So, since food never goes bad, as long as you have it and you've cooked it and or you've brewed it, you know, you're good forever. I also want to keep a stockpile of wood because in case we ever need to seal the outside and we need wood. Crap! Now we need. What kind of bars do we have? Oh wow, we have a lot of. That's barrels. Alright, we'll make them into iron, I guess. I really want more, we already have 468 coke, so that should tell you how much coke we already got. We definitely need to make some more iron picks. I didn't realize I had 2 here, so there's no reason to have that. Oops. Iron pick. So we probably need like 20, and that'll probably be enough so that we can stop losing them as they deteriorate. Alright, that's right. Just do all that. We probably don't even need more wood, but we're gonna do it anyway. Should probably also make some battle axes, maybe? But I essentially just want to make another food stockpile while I'm thinking about it. Maybe 2 food stockpiles? Wait, oops. Okay. So, probably don't need to store all of this wood. In fact, it's sort of ludicrous at this point, but we're gonna do it anyway. Oh wait, that's not what I want to do. So one weird thing about this game is you can tell them to cut down trees above where their base is, and if you do that, they just won't cut down the tree. Or they'll get stuck in the tree and just never get out, and it's really annoying, so... I need to tell them to get more battle axes, I think. I think we need to smelt some more in case of disaster. So there's a bunch of guys in there. Let's see if any of them need milking or shearing or whatnot. I imagine they don't, but we'll see. I should also look at my cloth stockpile. So, just looking, we have 383, so we have 273 cloth. Which is a good amount. Not as much as I want. Basically, I want enough that I don't have to worry about it ever again. Which is something you're going to hear a lot from me. I want enough so I never have to worry about it. Which means I'm going to be acquiring quite a bit of it. You know what, screw it. We're going to dig... You know what, screw it. We're going to dig the rest of this out anyway. I was going to wait on it, but I'm just like... Now, the more I think on it, the more I go, you know... Fuck it, we're just going to dig this out. And, you know, we're just going to dig this out and call it a day. And that's going to be that. Now, the question we are going to have to face at some point is, what do we really want to prioritize? So, obviously this is a game of priorities, and we sort of need to figure out, you know, we're not on a time limit, but we don't want to spend 800 years doing the same things. So, the things that we want to stockpile are things that we cannot access from the outside easily. Oh, it's now summer, I think. Just came summer. So, it's not a huge deal, but yes. Yeah, it's now summer. Alright, so again, we're just gonna set these to pigtails. That's all we want to grow here. These are going to be... Okay, so it is dimple cups. We can actually just set this to do the same thing all year. Because I really don't have any reason to grow anything else. At least not right now. We may actually decide to grow things later, but right now we're just going to set this to grow things all year round. So we sort of need to prioritize what we want to do. I do want to. We already have 1728 drink, which is a fair amount, but we're obviously going to get more dwarves, and that means we're going to need more drinks. I also want to build more area for... How many logs do we have at the moment? Oops. So we have 739 logs, which is a lot of logs. But there's a reason we're going to keep... There's a reason we need so many. And it mostly has to do with... soap production later on. Right now it's not a huge deal, but it will be when we need to kick our soap, because soap requires ash, and the only way to get ash is logs. So if you don't have any logs, you can't make ash, which means you can't make lye, which means you can't make soap. And soap's really important, especially later on. You might say, well, why is soap important later on? Well, it's very simple. Soap is important because if you get, wounds from, fighting monsters or just dwarven stupidity, you'll get infections, and that will kill your dwarves. So you kind of want to make sure that doesn't happen. Right now what I'm doing is I'm making a paved road around the edge of the map, and you might go, well, why would I do that? Well, it's so that when caravans show up on the map, they don't spawn in a place where... What is that? Where? They don't spawn in a place where they can't... Why didn't it just stop it twice? Yes, I know. You keep alerting me to the same kobold. Oh, there's lots of kobolds. They're just all in the same place. Okay. Well, anyway, what you don't want is you don't want your caravans to spawn in a place like... Say your caravan was spawns on the edge of the map, and it spawns like here, and it says, "Oh, well, I can't, access anything." So we want to always provide a place on our map where the caravan can spawn from, which is much better than not having such a place. All right, how are we doing on wood? Well, we got plenty of wood. So we're probably gonna need to kick up a few other things. Now, obviously, you can make paved roads of anything. Wait, what? I don't know why that was not working. Anyway, you can make paved roads out of anything, but I prefer to make them out of blocks. You can also make dirt roads, but the problem with dirt roads is that they become worn over time, and you have to redig them, and that's just a pain, and I don't want to do that. So I'd rather use the material. I'd rather just use the material we got, and go from there. I'd rather just take the bite the bullet now. Oops. I'll just bite the bullet now and build them so we don't have to do it later. that's just the long and the short of it. I'm also thinking about digging plants outside again, but we really don't need to. Alright, so they're gonna build all that. I probably should need to cut this down. Yes, dwarven clear cutting, because clearly we need more wood. So much wood. Need so much wood. I don't know why we need all this wood. But so we never run out of wood, I guess. Just like we need all this food, even though there's zero reason we will ever need this much food. There you go, process plants. And you guys will then bring it to the loom, which I don't actually remember where I put. Oh, the loom's over here. Okay, so they're gonna make, higher quality cloth. Oh my god, we already have so much. They're already making masterpieces, so that's good. Anyway, where were we? Building roads, last I checked. Alright. And again, this is just so that this is so that when things like, trade caravans spawn, they don't get glitched or anything else. They will always have a path, essentially. Which I don't know if I explained how that worked. I believe I did in the last episode, but I don't 100% remember if I explained how trade caravans work. For those of you who don't know, a trade caravan comes in two sizes, basically. A trade caravan will bring things on animals, like basically single tile, like donkeys or whatever other beast of burden the civilization uses. And those will be able to access a 1x1 tile. You know, those can cross a 1x1 tile, but most of the other goods that you'll want to trade come in the form of wagons, and the wagons are 3x3, so they need to be able to cross a 3x or y block radius, which is why our road to our trade depot is 3x3. It's 3 wide. So if you go into this, and this is kind of blinding, but if you look, you can see that there's a single green line, and what you'll need to do is you'll need to create at least one single green line, which counts as the center of the wagon. And as you can see, it goes up and over. The exception is, of course, there, which it won't be able to access because the center can never be off the map. But what you don't want is you don't want things like this. And if you look, those are boulders. So another reason why we're doing this is to prevent, you know, them accidentally being unable to path because there's a boulder in the way, and you know, they can't get where they need to get, basically. We're not worried about that because we're building high quality roads, and we won't need to worry about this ever again, hopefully. Now then, oh wow, you're already, oh god, we're already running out of, we're getting so much wood. We don't need this much wood. There's zero reason to ever have this much wood. In fact, we really shouldn't be, storing this much wood. So I might actually start, here's what we're gonna do. We need to make ash. So let's make, like, 200 ash. Actually, I don't know if we can. Can we make 200 ash? How much coke do we have? Okay, we do have enough coke. So basically what they're going to do is they're going to take a log, and they're going to take a block of charcoal or coke, and then they're going to burn the wood. And as soon as they burn the wood, they're going to make a bar of ash. The bar of ash is turned into a bucket of lye, and then you need a bucket of lye plus a certain amount of tallow or oil to make soap, basically. And that's the long and the short of it, essentially. That's another. I probably should make some more pots and things. I really don't want to be using them, making them out of rock, but we sort of have to. Is this bauxite or is it? Yeah, it's bauxite. No, that's kaolinite. So I suppose we can tell it to make. You know what? Screw it. Make clay crafts. Let's see what he makes. Kind of curious. What'd you make? Porcelain scepter, porcelain figure of some guy, and porcelain earring. I love the figurines because they can become all over the place. So we got an image of Zizkun, the saffron style, is a deity of love, depicted in a male dwarf in porcelain. Is weeping. Oh, the deity of love is weeping. I don't actually know how much this is worth. I don't know if it's worth anything. It's probably not worth anything because he's making a bunch of, another deity of mountains because they're like normal. They're probably not worth very much because they're basically just standard, standard quality. So he's not exactly a, let's see, this is another, slightly better amulet, but fact of the matter is most of our guys are not. So we look at him, he's got a... Yeah, he's basically not very good at anything. He's an okay herbalist. He's a competent potter, though, which is the skill we need. So he's not bad, he's just not good. Clothing industry's going on. We're out of kaolinite, so that's fine. Disappointing that we're already out of kaolinite, but whatever. We'll dig out more. That's not going to be an issue. We are going to dig out more kaolinite. You're already getting all of our plants already done. I wish you could set this to grow multiple kinds of plants. Essentially, like, that's the only thing I wish, is that we could set this to grow multiple kinds of plants, as opposed to, only one. But I suppose that's all we can do here. Okay, now we're out. I'm actually not sure if they're, like, eating the plants, or where we're getting the extra seeds. I assume it's because we cooked them, and so we get extra seeds from them. I suppose what I might do is I might just hold on to whatever's growing, and then, like, brew the rest of them and hope for the best. It's probably the best plan of action to do. Probably. Alright, we're just gonna cancel everything there. That guy's still building the roads. Okay. Still building the roads. Why are you still building? This is like suspended? Why is it suspended? Could not find path. Oh. Well, now you have a path. Get to work. Alright, let's build the last bit of road down here. We're not going to build it out of ash. Let's not do that. Let's not use all the ash we just made. Speaking of which, how's that coming along? Okay, plenty of it. Really, I don't need to make another paved road down here, but that's basically all we're doing. It's turning into a road building simulator. I'm going to build the highways. We're going to pull a New Deal. The Dwarven New Deal. We're going to build all the highways, and hopefully, you know, they won't go terrible after like 100 years, but who knows? We haven't seen anything that would make that happen. Oh god, we have to cut down more trees again. We'll cut down lots of trees. So many trees, but that's okay, because we're using a whole bunch of wood, so it's not terrible yet. We're not in a really bad situation yet. Okay, gather a bunch of plants that are here. Okay. Are they still processing plants? They're not. Why are you not processing plants? Are we out of plants? No, we're not. So, get back to processing them. Probably need to make more pots. This is all ash, right? Yeah. Plus, we still have so much wood. The good news is, wait, more doggers. I don't know. That's... Oh god, we have so much cloth. So much cloth. But it looks like we're out of bins, so we might need to make bins. What do we got we can make bins out of? Other than all the metal we have. How much metal we got? I'm like, I think one of my problems is I'm like paranoid about always looking at my stocks. We have a bunch of copper, so we can make copper bins. So I guess like 40. Get to smelting, I guess. We should also probably dig out some more metal, starting here. So we'll just dig it out and see what we get. What's this? Taken by a Fey Mood. What's he gonna do? Claimed a mason's workshop. Apparently he's already got what he needs. What did you grab? Limestone. All I grabbed was limestone. Okay, well, I don't know what he's doing, but he grabbed a bunch of limestone, so let's hope it works. I think this is bauxite? Yeah, it is. What's this? saltpeter. I don't think that's actually something we can... I don't think it's an ore. It's not. Okay, let's dig out the malachite. Let's dig out the gems. I'll just set this to auto dig out. We're not going to auto dig out the coal, because I don't want to get stuck with a bunch of excess coal we can't use. So dig out that. I guess we'll dig this out. Take all the plants that are there. What else do we do? Let's look on the other levels. Oh, good. There's lots of deep clay. Does I assume this is clay? Yeah, it's silty clay. I keep hoping we're gonna find fire clay, but I don't think it's gonna happen. I don't think it's gonna happen. All right, we should probably dig out dig that out. We're gonna dig the marble out now. Let's dig the kaolinite out. Whole bunch of stuff we need to dig out, essentially. Let's steal this out. Get ourselves a whole lot of metals. Every metal we could ever want, essentially. Let's not dig out the gypsum and get stuck under that. Although we do need to dig out a little gypsum. The reason we need to dig out a little is because we need to make plaster powder, and the plaster powder is used for setting like broken bones and stuff. A limestone door. Okay. What's this description? It's just a limestone door menacing with spikes of limestone. Okay, that's not exactly an interesting thing. Can I stick it on a pedestal? I can. Alright, well, we're gonna stick the pedestal. I guess we'll stick it in here in our museum of random shit our dwarves have made. Guess we'll stick it in here and over the best. How are we doing? Okay, the bins are being made. Still making cloth, it looks like. Everything seems to be going okay. We done cutting down trees? Oh god. Oh no, we're not actually done cutting down trees. They're still doing that, I think. I keep seeing things move around. Looks like birds, but don't particularly care about those. But we'll cut down more trees anyway in case we need them. Actually, we're out of ash, so we don't actually need to do it yet. I suppose we could make another 100 ash. I'd cut another, or actually, like, you know, make ash another 200, I guess, and that would give us 400 ash to play around with. Probably. So I kind of want to get ahead on everything as soon as I can. And you might say, well, that's kind of, you know, we don't really need to do that yet, but the problem is if we wait till when we actually need it, we won't have the time to do it. It'll be too late to, you know, we'll get stuck outside with like a siege or something, and we won't be able to actually, you know, get where we want to go. Oops. We won't be able to actually build what we want, which will be stupid and awful, so we don't want to do that. So let's make use of the time we got before terrible, terrible things show up and start trying to murder us. Alright, probably needs to build another. That's what I need to do. Wait, need 3. Are we out of copper? Did we run out of copper? Oh god, we ran out of 1 copper again. Alright. I think we actually have copper here. I believe tetrahedrite is copper. So I guess we'll find out. So we shouldn't actually be in too much shit, but we're gonna figure it out anyway. Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna smelt that, and we should have enough copper now. But I think that's enough for this episode. So let's cut it here, and then next time, I guess we'll gather more wood again. We'll finish doing the smelting, and we'll just stock up on everything. I think that's just what we're gonna have to do. And migrants. So this is a great time. We got more migrants. So yeah, I'm gonna cut this here, and next time we're gonna just continue doing this and building up, so we can begin on our mega projects and the secret goal I have for this fort, which I will reveal sometime in the future, but not now. So I'll see y'all later.